Whenever you are working on important, big, long-term projects or high-value orders, estimates are going to be very crucial for your workflow. In this video, you are going to learn the complete workflow of estimates in QuickBooks Online. Let's start with a simple example. Let's say Darth Vader orders lightsabers from your business at $100 a unit, but before shipping the order, you want to confirm it with an estimate. And to do that, you can create an estimate in QuickBooks. Let's go to the new menu and select estimate. I can select the customer for whom I am creating this estimate, and I'll get all of the data for this customer. Just below the customer, we have this drop down menu which shows the status of the estimate. The estimate status can be pending, which means the customer has not approved the order yet. It can be accepted if the customer has approved the order and is fine with the pricing that you have offered. Closed means that the estimate has already been converted to an invoice and it is no longer open. And if the estimate status is rejected, then that means that the customer or client wasn't satisfied with your offering, decide to not proceed with the order. In this case, you can send another estimate to the client. You have the date on which you created the estimate, and then there's the option to create an expiration date after which the customer cannot actually approve the estimate because the estimate will already have expired. Let's say I'll give the customer a week to approve or reject this estimate. I can use tags to further organize my data and group it. And I'll select the products and services that the customer requires. I'll update the quantity as per the order and I'll mark it as non-taxable for now. I can enter a message that will be displayed on the estimate that is sent to the customer via email. And then I have the message that will be displayed on customer statements. You can also attach a copy of the contract related to the job. Once I have verified all of this information, I'll click on save and close. I created Darth Vader as a new customer so that I can show you how this estimate workflow actually works. And I'll go back to the customers menu and look at the customer. And even though I created an estimate for this customer, the balance is still zero. And that is because estimates are actually non-posting transactions. They are recorded in the company file, but they don't change the value of any product or service or account. The value for the customer account or any account will only change once you create an invoice or purchase order through this estimate. You can head over to the sales menu. And in the all sales tab, you have the option here to apply a filter. Now these filters can be applied by simply clicking on the bar that represents the item type, that is the form type. And QuickBooks will filter out the estimates that I've created for the customer. Another thing I want to mention is that estimates do appear in some reports, but not all, because they are non-posting transactions and they don't impact the value of a customer account or a general account. And so in order to view the estimates, you have three specific reports. Let's look at them one by one. I'll go to reports. The first report that we are going to look at is transaction list by customer. And in here, I can see clearly that there is an estimate for this customer. And in the posting column, I can see that this transaction has not been posted. That is, it does not impact any account yet. I'll go back and now this time I'll open up the estimate by customer report. And this report shows all of the estimates for each of the customers in my company file. Finally, I have the estimates and progress invoicing summary by customer report. And this too shows me all of the estimates that I have created, but it also shows me if an estimate has been converted into an invoice and what percentage of the job is already complete. This is very valuable for anyone using progress invoicing for long-term jobs so that they can ensure they are getting paid at every step of the process. Let's carry on with this example and say that you have no stock of the lightsabers and you want to order it from your vendor, that is Master Yoda. And in order to create a purchase order from an estimate, you need to enable purchase orders first. You can go to settings and select account and settings, and then go to the expenses tab, select purchase order and enable it if it isn't yet enabled. Then save your changes and click on done. If you don't save the changes, they won't be applied and you won't be able to create a purchase order. Let us create a purchase order from the estimate that we receive. I'll go back to sales and in all sales, I'll view the estimate that I created. and I'll select edit. In the drop down option here, I can use the copy to purchase order option to create a purchase order from this estimate. I'll select the vendor from whom I'm going to order this item. QuickBooks has already copied all of the data from this estimate. It has given me the total amount of the order, and I can simply save and send or save and close. And this purchase order is created. After you have dealt with the vendor side of things, you want to convert this estimate to an invoice. To do that, again, select the estimate, and in more action, you can select convert to invoice. And QuickBooks will create this invoice from the estimate, but you have another option here as well where you can go and create a new invoice, then select the customer for whom you are creating it. QuickBooks will display all of the items that are available for this customer, that is any customer credits or estimates, and you can select add to add items from this estimate into QuickBooks. And then I'll click on save and close. So you have seen two ways to convert an estimate to an invoice. First is starting off with the estimate. You select more options and then convert to invoice. And the second is you create an invoice and select the item from the estimate that shows up as open for the customer, and then create the invoice and send it to the customer. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching our video, and if you liked it, then subscribe to our channel.